Hi guys, this is Bonnie. I'm wearing my hoodie because it's cold. It's November. And I do have a portable heater, but if I have it on, then you're gonna hear that noise, and that's just gonna be distracting. So you have to put up with me wearing the hood on my sleepy time jacket. At least it's a cool one though, right? Yeah, I know. Favorite jacket. It's old. This jacket's so old. But anyway, um, I barely slept last night, so this particular video is going to be short, but starting tomorrow night I will make longer ones and discuss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split them up into set topics. One will focus on like family, like if you're a family member of a disabled person, and this will be based off of my own experience and such. And that also include friends as well, because well, I have had an association that, yeah, I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, I'm going to go into all that in a video. I will go into interacting with someone who's disabled who you do not know versus someone that you are familiar with, and you know how they are, you know what they are comfortable with, but then also acknowledging that just because they are that way does not mean that everyone with a disability is like that, because we are not all exactly alike. We are just as varied as able-bodied people, as the term is in some cases. I know there are some people that don't like the term able-bodied, and it's not always accurate because it's not always necessarily the body, because there are, I'm tired. So yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Words. You get what I'm trying to say, but it's not really coming out right because I'm sleepy. But I promise I will be more alert and coherent tomorrow and in the other videos. So anyway, family members of disabled people, friends will go along with that. Interacting with disabled people you don't know out and about. I will speak on what I refer to as Good Samaritan ableism, which has to go with interacting with people you don't know, and I'll go into that. Which one thing I will cover in this one, since I just mentioned it, is ableism, which is what this is all about. And that's a term that I don't know how many people are familiar with it. I actually wasn't even familiar with it. But then I was like, hey, there's a term for it. Cool. And pretty much, you know, how racism, and sexism, such is, these isms are not can be a hatred, or not necessarily a hatred, but like a prejudice. There you go, a prejudice towards someone based on whatever the ism happens to be. And with cases like the Good Samaritan ableism, actually, I think a lot of times with ableism, it's kind of just ingrained and people don't even realize they're doing it, though that can be the case with a lot of isms. But let's see, cover that. Well, I've mentioned that. I will cover that in other videos. Something else. Language usage, which will be covered along with the other topics, because that kind of separates. Respecting boundaries will be covered with those. Actually, I made notes. Where'd my notes go? Hold on, I'm getting the notes. Um, oh, thoughts regarding, how to word this? Occupational success and success in general, and how, that can affect a person, as is influenced by ableism. Meaning, like, I'll go into that as well. I'll explain it better because it has to do with something I was reading the other day, and it's actually this paranoia I have in general. That pretty much no matter how good I am at something, no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I try, if I succeed and get ahead in life, there will be people who say, oh, well, she only got that, that they're playing favorites because she's in a wheelchair. And it's something, I also apologize for my scratchy throat. It's weird. It's something that I've put up with my whole life. Like I would win something or get picked for something and hear comments like that I just got picked because they were having pity on me, and that is something that is influenced by it's both there. It's hard to really know how true it is. Like, if the person is just saying that because I'm already going into this topic. Yeah, I'll just go on ahead and cover this topic. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I'll get this one out of the way so that this has more than just me giving a table of contents. It's hard to tell if it's just the person being bitter. Does that make sense? About a disabled person succeeding or getting something that they didn't, and or if it's actually, I, no matter how hard I work, if I get something and then I hear that, it causes me to have that paranoia, like, well, I worked really hard and earned this, but what if they're right and it's just something that I've never been able to completely get rid of? And my throat was starting. And I had more to that, and it's gone now. So But yeah, hopefully that's making sense. This I know where I was going with it. This goes along with what people view as us getting perks when we're not getting perks. We're just getting stuff to kind of level the playing field, as it were. Like our accessible entrances being shortcuts, and all that. And this will also connect with the video, which I may make it tomorrow night, to do with family. But or how, but anyway, not connected with the family bit, but how people will say things like, "Oh, you're so lucky, you get to sit all the time. You get to do that. You're so lucky." And it's like, nope, 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 nope. It's not a choice. So I'm not gonna say that, you're lucky because you get to stand. Because I personally, I'm just like, whatever. You have your life and I have mine. That's just my general attitude, though. I've gotten to where I'm just like so nonchalant about this sort of stuff, unless people just really get me mad. But yeah, and I'll go more into generalizations and stuff as well. Well, I'll go on with that as well. People will generalize, and it's important to realize that we can't really say how our lives are different from able-bodied people's, because all of our lives aren't exactly the same, just like all of your lives aren't exactly the same. There are varying factors to consider, all kinds of things that I could just do a whole huge list, but you can guess what those factors are. And just as those factors go into how an able person's an undisabled person's life is, that's how it is with us. And then we have the added factor of whatever our disability is, and also just because someone has the same disability doesn't necessarily mean that their lives are still exactly the same, because of, again, those factors, and plus the disability itself could be the same disability but a different fashion of it, like a different degree or whatever. Because like I have spina bifida, but there are varying degrees of it and varying symptoms and such based upon the severity of how it is, for example. But yeah, I think that's pretty much a good intro. Tomorrow night I'll discuss, oh, that scared me. There's the dog outside. I will discuss being a family member or friend of someone who is disabled, and how that is, from my experience, how that behavior, I don't really know how to word it right now because I'm sleeping, like I said, and I apologize for that, but I will explain it in further detail tomorrow night. I just know if I get into it right now, then I'll just keep rambling and rambling and rambling, and I want to go to sleep. So I'm gonna go do that, and tomorrow night I will make, sorry, my note, tomorrow night I will make the other video that is about that, and then what's today's Saturday? So Monday, then I will make another one. I'll decide then what video I will make Monday. And so on until I see I'm yawning, so I'm gonna go sleep now. But yeah, I'll decide as I come to them what order I will make the other video topics in. So yeah, that's about it for tonight. Nothing has really happened, or well, what has happened lately will be discussed in videos to come. I'm separating them like this because not really enough happens each day to make a separate video for just each day. And then I like to cover these topics. But yeah, I would go into like how my life is, but that's my, no offense, but that's my private information. So I'm not going to go into my private life like that, but I will give you a general idea of how my experiences have been and so on in the videos to come.